Here we go. Welcome back. I am A Sphinx, and yeah, I'm just cleaning up here on my Worgen character today. Yesterday, I made this new Worgen character to farm the beginning materials. Basically, an environment where there's almost no enemies on a PvP server where there's no threat because um, there's no PvP in the Worgen starting zone. And as you can see, there are just nodes everywhere. I took mining and herbing, and I just run around collecting things. I didn't want to bore you too much with the collecting, so just doing the end of the run now. Didn't do a whole lot this session, but that's okay. Some of these I guess you can't really get to, and that's okay too. I'm just going to run back to the town from here. But yeah, we got a decent amount of copper. Looks like about 140. Yeah. Anyway, I got to the point in the starter zone here right after the big bomb goes off, the horde drops, and then all of a sudden all the mobs kind of disappear. So you're free to explore without much actually coming in. This way you don't get as much cloth because there's no mobs, but you can always progress the storyline further if you want to farm other stuff. This was just simpler for not having to deal with mobs while I pick up stuff along the way. Fixed up the audio things from yesterday. The sound in the game was way too high yesterday. You should be able to hear me much clearer now. But yesterday was my first stream I'd ever done. And even though the sound was horrible, I feel it alright. So here I am back again. Getting some decent experience on this guy. And heading back to town. To recap, I am on. Sorry, hold on. Yep. To recap, I'm on my a server that I basically have just come back to after 5 years to find that the guild bank and the guild is dead. I know a lot of the people because they were my old gaming guild, but they don't play this anymore. Some of them still play retail, but none of them are back to Classic anymore. And I've come back to Classic because I found retail. I don't know, it's got a lot of stuff, but I like the slower pace of Classic, and it's more of a challenge than retail is. You can gain like a lot of levels in a very short amount of time there. And I prefer some of the old world style and charm. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying something new for now. Oh, shoot, I got distracted again and went away from the town. Awesome. Definitely not dying when there's no mobs around. I died twice in the first stream. Alright, I don't even know what mod that weird sound is from. Every once in a while it'll play like a level up sound for no apparent reason. Doesn't matter much. Alright, heading back to town with my haul. Another reason I like this Worgen starting zone for farming the beginner stuffs is because, let's see if I can find it. That's the inn, which means the bank should be over here somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, there's access to a bank in a starter zone, which is crazy, right? So if you needed to store stuff there, you can for a longer run. And there's a mailbox with the inn, which is over here. And there's a vendor and all the professions and everything. They're all here. So It's a great place to start. For now, I'm just going to send everything to my main on the C server. My main on the server is only level 42, so I'm high enough to farm areas for good gold and stuff. I've just been trying to earn gold as just starting up again. So I'm just gonna send all of these things to my main. Sure, I'll send the rough stone too. Why not? Okie doke. Go to the end and switch characters. Alright. Now, last night I did a small fishing run around Tanaris. And I picked up some mithril crates. I didn't open them yet. Want to do that on stream, see what I would get. Oops, wrong character. Dang it. There we go. So yeah, I've been fixing up the guild bank. Apparently, 5 years ago when we started this guild, we were so broke in the very first classic without any expansions that we had a guild with like 30 people in it, but we couldn't afford a guild bank. We were so broke and just trying to level. So I'm fixing up the guild bank and trying to get things set up in case my guild wants to make a comeback of any sort.
Well met. Safe travel.
But for now, I'm using the guild bank as kind of a warband bank for all my stuff that I've been collecting or had stored from years ago. Anyway, yes, this is the guild. We're thug. Yes, I have control because everyone else hasn't been online for years, just like absolute years. So since I came back about a couple of weeks ago, I've been able to buy 3 guild bank tabs, and I've made some decent purchases and flips and stuff. Okay, so last session, I gathered a bunch of copper. I found out that the bars sold for more, and then the bronze bars sold it for even more. So I made some bronze bars, had some more bronze bars in the bank, and made some extra copper bars. It looks like they sold. Decent amount. That's 100 there. Bronze bars for 260. It's good. I had picked up some moss agates for a gold each at the neutral auction house. They sold for like 16 each. It's pretty good. Found an old recipe sitting somewhere in the bank from a vendor. Just sold that for 40 gold. That's good. Another one, same vendor in Ashen Vale. That's good. And this is the stuff I got today. We'll just focus on the copper for now. I don't want to bog up the bags. Okay, so gotta check the auction. So I scanned the auction house shortly before starting the stream, and the value for copper ore at the moment is it's about 2 gold. So if I go to trade goods and go to copper, whoops, not Cooper, copper. Bars are still higher, which is good. So I'd rather sell bars than ore, but let's check tin. Tin's expensive too. I don't have any tin right now. I'm just wondering. Sometimes if the tin price is low enough on the auction house, I'll just buy tin and make bronze, but bronze is no better than copper bars. So copper bars are what's to sell today. Okay. The silver leaf. Oh, no. See, the auction value on the silver leaf is only 16 silver, and the peace bloom is still only 20 silver. I'm gonna wait till those blossom. before I sell those, so I'm just gonna shove those into the bank for now and hope those go up later. Or maybe I'll make an inscriptionist and just mill them because it looks like the mill value is at a gold. If the pigments actually sell, that's another story too. You never know what's actually going to sell and what's not going to sell, right? It's kind of trial and error sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to take this copper over to the smelter in Worgen district. So when you're starting out, you can make gold on pretty much everything. My favorites are starting ores, recipes, flipping blues and stuff. Just stuff, anything that feels like it could be priced higher, you can do it. As you can see, I've got 2,500. Made some good flips yesterday, so this is a good base for the future. My original plan when I came back to the server was to buy cross-server pets selling on the auction house for cheap and sell them on the lower population server. I am on another server, which I became active again for a friend. All right, let's see. But that hasn't panned out as well as I thought. But now that I have more capital, I might be able to buy the more expensive pets. But the pet market on this server specifically is very cutthroat. Let's see, smelt copper. There we go. This is a skillet, this add-on here. Um, it's a little confusing at times. I'm not even sure what this is on the right side here, but it suits my purposes for now. I bought this Eye of Adagus, this ring yesterday for 2 gold. It is a level 48 required ring. Looks like a decent healer's ring. I'm hoping it'll auction off. It didn't sell for 20 when I tried reposting it, but I'll try again today, maybe at 10 or something. Who knows? This is an old dagger that was on my character 5 years ago, and has since looks like has been removed from the game. I'm gonna try listing that at 1,000 gold, like I did the other two I did with, which both sold. I don't need to go crazy amounts. I'm not looking for crazy amounts of gold here. Uh, Rumsey Rum Black Label. Pre-Cata, this stuff had a buff on it that was used really highly by Twinks. Twinks are just players that gear up really well and just dominate PvP, basically. But they removed the buff, so now it's just alcohol, and now it's worthless. So yeah, I've got that fishing. Still got some old Halloween wands. Uh, guess can I open these while I'm smelting? Yeah, interrupts everything, doesn't it? I can't see what I opened up now. I'm just gonna open them up first and continue smelting. Alright, let's see what we got here. Those mythal crates I was talking about inside the fishing pools around Tanaris ended up with 2 bolts of rune cloth, 6 bolts of mage weave, 10 thick leather, rugged leather, uh, looks like this cloth bracers here, uh, probably this one. Yeah, plate boots that look like they're auctioning off right now for 149 gold. I don't think that's probably what the actual value is, but We'll see what I can put it on for. That's probably about it. Yeah, not too bad. Bolts are at 4 gold. It's not really worth selling. The rune cloth, though, at 8 gold, that's okay. Consider it. Might save them for later. I'm loving a tailor up as well. Oh boy, is this. Oh my god, I've still got 100 copper left to smelt? Oh god. Wait, no, I don't. It's like 21 here. No, I must just be on the queue. Okie doke. Ready. Done the copper bars. Now we will head back. You know what? Bored. Oh, no. Do I have my Hearthstone set there? No, I guess I could just. Yeah, I'll just run, I guess. I forgot I have my old Hearthstone was set to Ironforge. Yep, I can just run back. Let's play some music. And I ran so far away. And I ran, and don't remember the words. I really like this mount. Oh, no, I went the wrong way, didn't I? There we go. Okay. Head to the auction house. Post the bars. I just match the last one. I don't want to undercut anyone. Max out. Put them all on there. Where did this come from? Oh, wow. That must have come from the crates as well. That's a neat recipe. I think I'll hold on to that. I don't think 40 gold is a good price for that recipe. I've never even heard of it before. A white banded mask? Crazy. Bolts of rune cloth. That's fine. Hold on to those. Hold on to that. Maybe this. 119. Yeah, that's probably way too much. I'm gonna put it at. Let's put it at 60. Don't know if it'll sell, but it looks like a good deal compared to the other prices, and that's important to me. Okay, so now I wanted to take a look at some other things. First, I'd like to check the regular blues, just so I just search for all blues from armor and look for deals from the lowest prices up. These are inscription ones. They don't sell. They all have lots of availables, and they're very cutthroat. They are very cheap, but unless you're trying to disenchant them for profit or something, you're not going to make anything off of those on this server. This server is Benediction. It's a full PvP server, and the auction place can just be totally cutthroat. So what I look for is cheap blues that have only one available. So I know there's no immediate undercutting. Phasing boots, level 50, dire maul drop. I don't think so. Elder Wizard Mantle. See, the problem with a lot of this old stuff is a lot of players have the BOE, the heirloom gear, which I don't have. But yeah, the heirloom gear, it's on the slot, the shoulder slot. So I know these ones will only sell to people who don't have the heirloom gear yet, unless they're trying to level up really strongly, because the blue gear will be of a higher item level than the heirloom gear will be at that level. But you know. as they continue to level through it, the heirloom gear will be better. So you can't price these items too high because otherwise they'll just people just use their heirloom gear instead. There's too many there. See, there's 6 of these ones there. 19 of these. Brilliant Serenite belt. Trying to look for ones that I particularly remember. Firebang, that cloak. 5 fire is that's useless. Some of this stuff actually sells better too because it's PvP gear and has more stamina on the servers. It matters. Serenity belt. Yeah, I got a few of these at like 2 to 3 gold, but it's crazy. The market on this is just crazy. Just look, 10 are posted of these Serenity belts. It's a good belt. It's just there's not much you can do with it. Doesn't look like there's much here today on the blues. Let me check the weapons. Blackwater Cutlass is a good price, but there's 7 of them. Oh my god, look at them all. It's crazy. Thunderwood. Twisted Saber. A sword with spirit on it. Yeah, I think I'll pass, thanks. Scarlet Chris. That's from World Drop. Okay, so this may be only one for sale, and it's only 10 gold, but it's level 58. And this is a World Drop from the Classic. So it's not going to have a higher enough eye level compared to the BC drops, so really it's garbage. So I'll pass on that as well. Good staff. Not really seeing anything here either. Starfall sold a long time ago, but since it doesn't have any stats, it's not of any use. Back when items didn't have any stats anyway, and still you actually used them, the wands, and shot at things with the wand. It was valuable, but now it's not anymore. Unless people are looking for the transmogs, right? Let's see what some of this stuff looks actually. Can control click still. Yeah. Check the dressing room. That's not nice looking in any way. That's a garbage looking wand. It's a neat looking Chris, but no, I don't think so. Alright, so the blues are a bust today. Let's go to the greens. Level search will start at 67 and on. Now what this does is it finds all the green weapons from level 67 on. And what I'm looking for are items with, on the right there, you see there's the high vendor value, 12.43 gold a vendor, but the auction price is 6 gold. That means I can actually sell this right now, buy it for 6 gold, all of them, and vendor them for 12.5 each. I think that is a good deal. I like free gold. I call this the idiot tax. People who just don't look properly. I'm going to take all of these. That's a good amount. Awesome. Look for the next one. So yeah, they'll come up on here. You'll see the item levels on here. So generally, the higher item levels are the ones that, if they're in the lower range here of the prices, are the ones that can make gold off of. I don't see any more higher item levels at the moment against these cheaper prices. See if I can find the very first, like 300 or something. 170 there, nope. 278 here, nope. Price is already too high for that. What's that? 78 Blackrock Caverns dagger. Blackrock Caverns. Level 78. I thought Cataclysm was levels 80 to 85. So if that's the case, this would be a decent leveling dagger. But there's too much competition. I would consider if there was only one for sale, but there's 5 for sale. It'll get undercut pretty quickly at that price. Okay, Another thing I like to check in the weapons is because the two-handed weapons always sell for more than the one-handed do, but they go up quickly. So you can't just search for two-handed categories like you can in Classic. Yeah, they get up pretty quickly, really fast. Yeah, and then the staves. Staves are also two-handed. Nope, doesn't look like they're in. So just those pile of 6 gold ones for now. So yeah, the one that gives me the values is Auctioneer. Auctioneer is a great add-on for that. I think that's the one that's giving me the valuations. I'm using Bag Sync as well, so I can see all the inventory on all my characters. Okay, so let's see. Those are the ones. I bought them all for 6 gold each. The vendor's supposed to be 12.43 gold.
Well met.
Let's just verify that. Yep, 12.43 gold, and that's like 6.5 gold per axe. I will take that all day long.
Go with honor, friend.
Alright, let's go find some more idiot taxes. There's no flippable blues, as we mentioned earlier. Um, Actually, let's check the bags first, too. Sometimes you can make money flipping other people's bags. What are... First you check, I check what the nether... Whoa, netherweight bags are so cheap. This server is not a good bag server, I guess. Netherweight bags are so freaking cheap. I still prefer the journeymans, though. I don't need any right now, though. What was I waiting for? Let's go to trade goods. See if there's anything overtly. Chilled meat. Vendors for 150. There's not enough to really care. Gems. Let's check the blue gems. Nope, nothing a good price there right now. Okay. Alright. Was all done there. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we'll do a fishing trip or check the neutral auction house. My main character is a mage, so I'm going to port to Theramore and hope we don't get ganked. Okay, we are in Theramore. Here we go. Head to the flight path and head to Gadget Stand to check the neutral auction house. First time I went to the neutral auction house, I interrupted a person trying to change items from Horde to Alliance, and I picked up some crazy steals at 1 silver each. And one of the items I flipped last stream for 999 gold, which was really nice.
What's on your mind?
Okay,
See you.
let's head on out. So yeah, this is the Cataclysm Tanaris. Back when I started with my guild about 5 years ago, this was all a desert. When I went to go visit Gadgetstan again, for primarily, the directions told me to run through 1,000 needles, so I tried running through 1,000 needles and ran into this giant ass lake and realized I couldn't get any further, so I had to try something else. But luckily, I just decided to check the flight paths, and I'd already picked up Gadget Stand like 5 years ago. I just didn't remember because it was freaking 5 years ago. So now I can just fly straight there, straight to the neutral auction house, straight to Gank Territory. I have no idea what to expect there because, like I said, this is a PvP server, and I have no allies and no friends. I'm just here alone with a guild named Thug, which makes it seem like I'm an asshole. Sorry, shouldn't have sworn. If you're wondering, this is Titan panel up here. You can track my gold and all the gold on the other characters. I got some other add-ons. I got Bartender, which allows me to put the bars everywhere. Atlas Loot allows you to search for anything, including recipes and stuff. It's really neat. Alright, and there's the sound that says we are open for business for people ganking. Let's head to the auction house. Nobody home. That's a good sign. Let's take a look. Search. What's not his gems? Weird. Gloves. 10 silver. You know what? I'm just gonna. I don't even know if this will sell. I don't care if it will. I'm just gonna buy it to add it to my mod collection because it's 10 silver. Why not? That's too high for my current values, I believe. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's much here. Copper's too high. Silver's too high. Any weird recipes? This is a. No, I sell that myself. Someone else has decided to list all of the. These are the recipes you can buy in the Stormwind. In Old Town, there's a recipe vendor that sells all these. It's a good idea to put them here because they're only available from that vendor to the Alliance. So uh, this is a decent idea to post all these on the neutral auction house to see if Hordes want them. But I wouldn't have posted them at 46 gold. So, but it is what it is. So that was smart of that person. I don't even know what this is. A Dark Moon Fair. Yeah, that's not anything. Okay, there's nothing here. But while I'm here, might as well do a little fishing run. This character is an engineer miner. The mine is a little low, so I've been trying to find a good place to level the mining up so I can eventually get up to thorium. This area does have mithril in it, so I'm going to follow the coast, see if there are any nodes, see if there are any of those fishing trunk things, or the float some ones. I don't bother fishing other stuff. So we're just going to do a run along the coast. Hopefully not die. And if we die, we're a mage, we can get out of things pretty easily, I think and hope. But it is always dangerous, and I hate getting ganked, so we'll see. Looks like I've got a rare spawner here, but doesn't look like Murderous Bliss is here right now. So I want to gotta be careful. These things are level 45, and they're like the lowest level things here. I'm only level 42. But it's still worth the risk, I think. Oh, there's a dead one there, which means someone's around. Always gotta have one eye over your shoulder on PvP servers. At least I do anyway. Really don't like them all that much, but that's where my guild had set up 5 years ago, so that's what I'm working with. Really not seeing much. To show you actually that I can actually kill things. I'm a fire mage named Ice Sphinx. Yes, it is weird, but I still don't know what this does here because there's nothing lit up on the bar. So, but I'm sure it does something. I never questioned why I'd made a fire mage named Ice Sphinx 5 years ago. I don't know. Maybe I was drinking. I was drinking pretty heavily back then. Since stopped that. Not seeing anything. This sucks. That's probably pretty boring to watch too. I'll check the Buccaneer area as well. It's a little dicier as far as safety, but and there's 10, so there might be some horde over there too. But anyway, might make things more interesting to spice it up a bit. Oh, there's finally a mining node. Four ores, good. Oh, good, my mining went up. Oh, could I have actually mounted in here? Yep, I could have. Okay, so that was a waste. I didn't know you could mount in there. Yeah, these are stone scale eels. Stone scale eels actually do have the potential to sell as well, but not on this server, so. At least I haven't found them to be so on the server yet anyway. Oh, there's another mining node over there. Oh, it's gold. Actually, gold's not exciting. There's gold everywhere. Didn't gain any points either from that. That's unfortunate. Wait for these guys to run and die, so I don't aggro them when I run across, and then run across. Okay, I ain't seeing like anything at all. This sucks. Might just try some of those stone scale eel swarms. Some days you get lucky, some days you don't. Alright, I'm just gonna try a stone scale eel swarm over here where it's safe-ish. Back in Classic, you actually had to equip your fishing pole, but in Pandaria, you don't have to actually equip your fishing pole, so you're always able to fight if necessary. Let's see what the value of stone scale eels are. See, a gold 23 is not really worth trying to fish for stone scale eels, but occasionally you can still get a trunk out of these pools. Oops. I just screwed that up. Wasn't paying attention. This talking while trying to do other stuff sometimes. I get distracted and can't remember what I'm doing. Almost like someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Guess what? I'm someone who doesn't know what they're doing. I'm not going to fish all of them, just this one pool. Three eels. Three eels. Oops, a few hordes running, or sorry, alliance running by. That's safe. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong for me anyway. Okay, all I got were eels. That's boring and horrible. Okie doke. Yeah, I'm just gonna head back. Okay. Oh shoot, I went Iron Forge. I want to go to Stormwind. Forgot my hearth was here. All right. The chat is open if you want to talk. If not, that's cool. Thanks for tuning in, though, regardless. I appreciate it. I've got it set up on my phone because I don't have a second monitor. Boop. Ow. That's one of those mounts you have to pay for. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that, thanks. Don't want to actually have to spend any extra money than the subscription fee. All right. Well, this guy is up and running now. Oops. Engineering. Check it out. Yeah, looks like I need, if I want to level up my engineering, I need to get to Outland, really. So, there's not much point. I can't make any gold on that right now. Mining's what I really need to do. Oh, I went the wrong way. What is wrong with me? Anyway, I'm just going to log off this guy. I'm going to check with the person who, or the one that actually runs the guild. See what we need. I don't remember if I was selling anything on this guy or not. Nope, no auctions. This is my tailor. I was selling blue overalls pretty often. I don't know why. For some reason on this server, blue overalls were selling for 25 gold. So I was making them and selling them. I think someone actually muscled in on my blue overall market. They posted like 20 of them. I don't know if they're keep posting them or not, but we'll see. They look pretty cool. I mean, like, look at that. I think it's probably for the transmog game, but yeah, someone is selling them at that much. Okay, so I will put these at 75. I'll put 4 up and list them. See if anyone bites. Just making these as well. Wish I had a enchanter. Look at that. The disenchant value on these is like 7 gold right now, so which means strange dust must be really high. Let's just verify. No, strange dust isn't. What's next? It was soul dust. It would be the one that came from that one, right? No. Huh. I wonder why the disenchant value is at 683. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't have an enchanter anyway. Oh, might as well check the battle pet market while we're here. We usually go through the cheapest ones. Look at that. Sinister squashings for 2 gold. It's so cheap. But they don't, for some reason, they're plentiful right now. Okay, squirrel. I'm trying to look for ones that don't. Let's see, this doesn't, this drops from something instead of, actually, technically, since I have some gold now, I can just pick up ones I don't have. But I don't really want to pick up the ones that are from, there's a, is that a dead mines drop? Sure, we'll take that. Oh, I don't like supporting people who undercut by 1 copper. I'm gonna buy the ones that are at 2 gold. I'm gonna buy a second one for my sponsor because he plays, and a third one because I can. I don't like the people who undercut by 1 copper. Um, vendors. Yeah, one of my add-ons, I don't know which one it is exactly. Probably all the things shows exactly where these pets are from, which is nice. This one's from a vendor in Netherstorm in BC. This one's from same thing, the vendor in Netherstorm BC. Try to look for ones that are drops. World drops are the best because they're the hardest to acquire. Dark Moon Fair, yeah, I know that. Vendors Elwyn Forest, super easy. Ashtone Core, that's from Molten Core, but it's still pretty high already. Personal Border Store is a good one. I did try to sell those though. I don't know if they sold or not. How many do I have on my character? Let me check my own personal stash. Personal. I only have one. Could buy a couple more. It's not a bad price for them. There's only 2 here. Yeah, I'll take. Oh, there was 3. Okay, well, you know what? I'll take all 3. Maybe I could try and reset the price. Probably won't work, but either way, I can always use more personal world destroyers. Always gotta take a gamble every once in a while. It won't let me learn the 3rd one anyway, so I will repost that one. I'll just set it at like 150 gold, not too high. Yeah, that'll reset the price on that if nothing else. Okay, doke. I'm gonna check the other server. So the other server is the one that was actually started playing again on with my sponsor. We started on an RP server because we did not want to have to deal with PvP at all. It started as a low population server, but I guess now it's medium, and it's RP. Sometimes we run into really strange things on the RP server. You never know what's going to sell on an RP server. You never know if you're actually getting what market or what's going on, really. Some people, they'll buy bags just because they look nicer than other bags, and you get all sorts of stuff on here. There's my main character, Light Bright. Actually, it was my main character. I kind of wanted to level my druid now because of the alchemy. I noticed there was a huge vacant market beyond the primals and stuff in BC, and I wanted to become a transmute master eventually anyway, to eventually get the Vial of the Sands mount and continue on with the transmute mastery. But that's a long way coming yet. Might take me like a year to get there. Alright, so last time I was here, I won this pattern. Yes, I can go ahead and learn those. This character is also a tailor. Unless this was the server I was selling the blue overalls on. I can't even freaking remember anymore. Sometimes I confuse the 2 servers up. Oh, this was interesting. I won this, saw this pattern selling for 1 gold. And it says it's been removed from the game. It looks like it was removed in Cataclysm. So that might be a really good, so I can't decide whether I want to list this for like 1,000 gold, or if I want to level up my leather worker eventually. I don't even have a leather worker right now. And I should probably just try to sell it at a higher amount. So I don't think I'm ever going to make this thing. I wish I could see what it looks like. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's see if anyone else is selling one. Nope. All right, let's set it at, since I don't know if I really want to sell it yet, let's set it up something crazy. Let's go for 9999. 9999. I don't expect to sell, but let's just see what happens for now. Then maybe I'll check back tomorrow and see what happens. Right, let's check the other. So this character, I was trying to, I was cornering the twink market. And I mentioned earlier, twinks are people who like to PvP, but particularly I was trying to corner the 19 twink market. So I was trying to sell 19 twink gear and stuff that's cheap for and strong for leveling. It doesn't look like much sold last time I post, but it's been a while since I've been on this character, so. What happened to all those other items? Oh, there they are. They all expired. Yikes. Some of them I've been selling. I sold one of these Viking Warhammers for 50 gold already. Actually, I don't know if I can maybe have enough space for all of them. Just try it. Let's just open all, and it'll just, the worst that'll happen, it'll just fill up my bags and wouldn't take them all. Right. Oh, what sold? My sentry cloak sold for like 60 gold. Nice. And my toughened leather armor sold for 40 gold. Oh, that's nice. The sentry cloak I originally bought for 20 gold to flip, and looks like it finally sold at 60 gold. That's awesome. Toughened leather armor, though, I bought at 300, sorry, not 300, 3 gold, 25 silver, and it flipped for 40. That's nice. I tried posting at 60, it wouldn't sell. At 50, it wouldn't sell, but 40, it finally sold. So that's awesome. Now I'm going to take these patterns and put them into, because I don't think I'm going to actually try and flip these patterns. Oh, there's one I can actually learn. There's one too. Okay. Oh, this isn't right. This isn't the guild I have a guild bank in. RIP. Right, this is my active server, and my bank's full too. Awesome. This is just awesome. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do is vendor some stuff. I was trying to sell the 6 slot linen bags earlier. That didn't work out,
Light be with you.
so I'm just gonna vendor those. Yeah, might as well try to flip those then.
Farewell.
All these primals I bought for pretty cheap as well. I was gonna hold on to some of them, but we'll see what they're selling for. Actually, let's do a full scan from Auctionator first. All right. No other one around. It's a world drop, so I'm gonna start this at 40 gold. This is a world drop as well. I'm gonna set this at 50 gold. World drop. Increases your lockpicking slightly. Neat. Like I said, I don't have a leather worker, so I'm just gonna see if these sell at 50 gold. Okay, it's also a world drop, but this probably has no competition. Crazy. I already low it, right? Okay. I set this one at 30. It's lower level one. So this is a different server. This is the Bloodsail Buccaneers RP low population server. So there's a lot less competition for selling things. And when there's no other listings, you can set it at whatever price you want. This is a vendor item though, so I'm just going to set this one at 25. Okay, back to some of my Twink gear. Spider Silk Drakes. These, we're selling at, how much were they selling for? I think it was 6 gold. I bought these at 6 gold. Then no one's gonna sell them at 300 gold. I've been trying to post them at 60, but no. But even though the materials to make them usually cost around 60 to make, I still haven't been selling them at 60. It's kind of sad. I'm gonna post them at 50 now. Sold one at 60. I bought 3 of them at 6 gold each. This is a good place to try to flip decent gear, because some people are willing to pay it, some people aren't. You just gotta figure out which is which. This Amulet of True Sight, I remember buying for like 7 gold, maybe. Okay, I can undercut that. Most of these greens and stuff I only paid 1 gold for. That's not really even worth listing for. Not even worth listing for. Not even worth listing for. This I bought for a few gold too. This one I'll sell for. That's useless. This I bought for 3 gold. I will put up for 25. And let's check the Twink, or not the Twink gear. First we'll check the regular rares. See if there's any good deals on this server. Again, these are inscriptions, easy to make and whatnot. Sultan's Ring. 10 int, 6 spirit ring for 5 gold. Haven't collected this appearance. There's no appearances on rings. Oh, it's a belt. It's not a ring. It's just called a ring. Oh, interesting. That is, it's also not an heirloom slot. That might be worth picking up. Let's see what it looks like. It's just got a nondescript yellow belt. Not a big deal. Alright, well, if it doesn't sell, I can always add it to my collection. Oh, no, I can't. I'm only level 21 on this server. Alright, take that. Windrunner legs. See, this isn't one of those spots that is an heirloom. Don't think I'll pick those up right now. Looking for things that I recognize the name for. We're already at 40, 50 gold. Okay, let's check the weapons. Deanship Claymore. A world drop from the entrance of the Scarlet Monastery. It's a two-handed sword, tank sword. 1 gold. You can't really go wrong with that, can I? Yeah. The other one's listed at 245. Well, I'm not going to sell it at 245, but I'm definitely going to be mark it up more than 1 gold. So I'm going to grab that. Yeah, 1 gold. Blue bow. Any blue could sell more for more than 1 gold, I think. Needle threader. Spirit bow. I think I'll pass on that. Dark Moon Dirk. 11 agility dagger for level 40. That's a hard level to be at when you're a rogue. But 17 gold is a high. It's not a twink item. If it was a twink item, would be level 39 because the twink brackets are between the level and then the up to 9 of that level. So the twink bracket that this would be in would be the 40 to 49 bracket. So you don't want a level 40 dagger looking for twink stuff. I think I'll pass on for now until I learn more about these things. These are already really expensive, unless I'm finding like a Shadow Fang. If I find a Shadow Fang for like 500 gold even, I'd pick it up in a heartbeat. Because those things sell for a lot when people are looking for. See, this is a staff with Jordan. I had one on my old character back in the day when I was a level 39 Twink Mage. But yeah, 5,000 gold. That's actually worth it too if you were twinking, because that's a really good staff and really hard to find. Let me see if they have any Shadow Fangs. No, there's no Shadow Fangs on this server. Good reason. Let me check the Danguis. They don't have, so that wouldn't be in the weapons. Or there. There are no Formal Danguis for sale. That's interesting. That's very interesting. First, let's check the Twink gear for the 19 slot, which I like to do. Bright glows for a spirit. Nope. Mostly we're looking for things of the bear and stuff, but holy cripey, top and leather armor is only 2 gold? What is wrong with these people? I'm gonna buy all 3. I think it's worth more than 5.5 gold as well. That is a good stamina leather piece. Great for bear twinks at level 19. That is a strong piece. And these look very good. Fortified bracers of the monkey. No, I'm looking for scouting trousers of the monkey. Shimmering trousers of the eagle are okay, but not many people run healers anymore. The people looking for DPS, they want rogues. Rogues would be scouting trousers of the monkey. Fortified stuff of the bear. I think it's the pants of the bear, which can sell well. Grunt's shield of strength. No, I don't think so. Okay, I think we're good for now. Alright, I'm going to switch to my druid just to check Moonglade. I should have done that on the other character first, though. I don't have it on the other character, that's right. Okay, sorry, I'm talking to myself. Yep, I'm talking to myself. So this is supposed to be my main on this server. I'm going to level him up eventually. But now, for now, I want to check Moonglade for an item. So, there's this one gown in Moonglade. It's called the Formal Dangui. And it only spawns once every, like, 2 days, maybe longer, I don't know. I used to think it spawned, like, once a month, but I don't know for sure. That's not where it is. It's only available in Moonglade, and druids have access to Moonglade. And it's a limited spawn. And it's only available at this vendor here, so if you have a druid, you'll always have access to this vendor quickly. So let's see if it's there. It's not there. Okay. That's too bad. Oh, I checked. Every once in a while I check that spot. For some reason, during this classic, the Dark Moon Fair comes twice a month now. Oh, and almost, yeah, pretty much every 2 weeks, so I don't have to wait too much longer for the next Dark Moon Fair. Unfortunately, Dark Moon Fair crashes the prices on the newest expansion's farming stuff, because you can just farm them from the nodes there, and they're always going crazy. So that's why right now I have this Trillium ore in my inventory from that left over. I was trying to wait till the prices bounce back up to sell, but it hasn't done so yet. I'll check my mail. Yeah, see, that was me trying to sell the personal World Explorer Destroyer. Just didn't sell. Yeah, the two pets so far I've tried to flip on this server have not been selling at all. I did manage to sell a blue moth at 40 gold, but I paid it for 1 gold on the other server, but that wasn't a good enough test. That might have just been a fluke. I'm trying to sell these pets from the Dark Moon Fair as well. Okay. That looks like it right now. I don't want to open this. I already scanned the auction house. Nothing's here. Okay. Let's just repost these. This gem I got out of a one of those bling bots that was someone just posted up here, so I'm still trying to sell it. It hasn't sold yet. But I want some gold for that. I reset the price on these, so I'm going to put these at 40 gold. And I think I'm finally going to get rid of myself of these, or this. Oh my god, the market on this has just crashed like mad. Oh well, whatever, let's get rid of it. I think that's it. Oh, that's right, the actual pets themselves. 5. 90. 1 gold? Jesus. That price, I might as well buy it. I'll just put this at 80. Who knows? Maybe someone will buy the 1 gold one, and then someone else will get the 80 one. Who knows? Alright. Let's check the idiot tax on this server. It's vendors for 29, buy for 25. Yeah, I'll take that. Oops. I just screwed that up. I just bought it for 29. Oops. Yep, sometimes I screw up too. Alright, well, that is what it is. Okay. I guess the idiot tax is on me right now. Take the armors. Vendor for 6.9. Let's just double check this one. Vendors for 6.9. Buy at 5. That's a profit. Once again, looking for high item levels. Generally, they sell for higher. Not really seeing anything today. Okay. There's just one more thing I wanted to check. See more of those 80 items. Plus rares. I don't want to go too high. No, I want to go to not to 90, to 84. Okay, so normally 80 to 84 gear is level 3 something. because it's Kata gear. But when you see the ones that are 4 and plus, these are weird items that drop in Miss Pandaria that are like lower level and are great for if you people were doing a twink bracket on the server for 80 84 like, but they're not. This would be the piece to get. That is a hell of a healing headpiece. 700 gold is kind of a steal too, but it's not worth the risk right now. I don't have enough gold to throw around to waste it on those. These are all pretty high priced. I was hoping to snag one of these for cheaper, but it doesn't look like people have marked these for cheaper. Or maybe I'm not the only one looking for them. Yeah, see, there's a lot of those 400 items at high prices. Okay, I think I'm done for the day. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys next time.